All right. We are officially live and back here. So, if you've been paying attention, we've been coming on live. We've been talking about this October 4th homebuyers workshop that we were having. And so today is the 5th. And so we had our workshop yesterday. So we wanted to kind of do a recap to the workshop. And so I have one of our panelists on, Michelle Holmes. If this is your first time joining in with me, my name is Andrea Wilson. I'm the broker and owner here at Brickhouse Realty. We're a full service independent real estate brokerage right here in Cleveland, Ohio. We work with buyers, we work with sellers, we work with real estate investors, and we really focus in on just helping the community understand the importance of home ownership. So, Michelle, go ahead and formally introduce yourself to everyone, please.
Good afternoon. I'm Michelle Holmes. I am a realtor with Brickhouse Realty. I'm here to help you with all of your buying, selling, investing needs. So give me a call. If you missed our home buyer seminar on yesterday, we'll give you a couple tips from today, but also you can call me to get the rest of the details.
All right, then. So you missed Michelle's presentation yesterday. She did an awesome job, by the way. I don't think I said that yesterday, kind of keeping the crowd engaged. So, do you have like a big takeaway? I won't say a big take, but do you have some sort of takeaway from the event that you felt was impactful for the people that was present in the room?
Yeah, honestly, I think the group that was there was amazing because they were so attentive and engaged, as you said. I felt like I kept saying, I feel like we're in study hall because they were all taking notes, and there was so much information that was shared, and I think that's important. So I actually think they got a lot of takeaways between us talking about the credit score and the importance of that and how the FICO score works all the way to closing and title. So I think they walked away with a lot of knowledge yesterday.
I was kind of standing up front at the seminar, helping flip the slideshow, but I was laughing because we had a videographer there. And so at certain points, he was sitting at the front of the room, recording the panelists. And I caught him, no joke, like if this was his camera and he's supposed to be shooting the panelists, he had his phone, his camera kind of down. It was like shaking his head, like he was getting the videographer was getting some gems from the workshop.
Yes,
I caught him a couple times doing that, and I kind of nudged like Mark, like, look.
yes, yes.
So
It was so much knowledge and so much shared from all the speakers, not just the Brick House team, but we already know we're full of knowledge. But the Brick House team, the Crefco, um, the from Diane to title to Dan on inspections, like everything they needed to know was in the room as we promised it would be.
yeah. So I will say though, we had almost 50 people register for the event, but unfortunately not all 50 people came out. We had a really good turnout, so don't get me wrong. Thank you for
Yeah.
all of you. If you're tuning in, thank you for joining us. But whenever I've been doing events for years, and especially for free events, I find that when it's free, people just jump on and register and then don't show up. So maybe what are your thoughts on that of how can we make sure that everyone gets in the room? And I don't know that this is even possible, but what are your thoughts, or why do people do that?
Um, okay, I'm gonna be fair. Being a mom, maybe sometimes they run into an issue, right? It's a school night, so that could have been an issue. Um, but some people may not be ready or may not be vested just yet, right? But I think the key for us is in the follow through. So the people that didn't make it, we got to follow up and follow through with them, just important as it is to follow up with those that were in the room.
Yeah, I guess I can agree with that. It's just you want everyone to be there. You want them to get the information, and even for the people that believe that they're not exactly ready just yet. And so I talk to people from time to time, and so when they believe that they are ready, so I talk to them And then it's like, oh, okay, you are ready mentally to move forward, but we didn't prepare you ahead of time. Had I known you had some credit challenges back in, May when we did the other workshop or whatever, we could have been right on track to home ownership
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right now. And so I think that's the biggest piece of why I wanted people to come out now versus waiting. Because a big goal, like when you hear people say, oh, I have a New Year's resolution, or I have this goal in 2024, they want a new home or something. Are you really ready? Are you in position to do that?
Listen. I don't New Year's resolutions. I throw them out the window because every year I say, "Oh, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds," and you know how that go. So I I think people should not make it a New Year's resolution, but just get serious about whatever that goal is. And the goal of buying a house, talk to somebody at the beginning of the year, make those steps. And guess what? You might need to come to the home buying seminar every time we have it until you're ready. But keep moving till you get ready. So I just think again that, we realize we're a resource. I hear your heart though. We are a brokerage that is about community, about building, about wealth building, about generational wealth building. And so we want that for everybody, but they also have to want it for themselves. And they kind of show us that by showing up.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? So we had the workshop was scheduled from 6 to 8. So we don't typically start 6 o'clock on the dot because we're still getting kind of settled in the room and placement and answering, questions just about how the evening flow is going to go. So we typically start 10 minutes after, 10, 15 minutes after the room is getting settled. And so it was scheduled from 6 to 8. Now we did go over a few minutes, not too bad though. We did go
Mhm.
over. What do you think about the timeline? Do you think it needs to be shorter, longer?
So I would say it was so much information. It may have been too much information for some people, but last night was a little different because, as I said, the room was engaged. They were asking questions, and so that kind of went to into the time. And you don't want to disregard any of their questions, right? So I think the only thing people like me, like we got to be conscious when we get up in front of the room of how much time you gave us, and we got to kind of stick to it. So I'll say first that's what we need to do. But I think it's so much information. Like to me, it's priceless because of all of the information and resources that they walked away with.
Yeah.
So it is a little bit of a sacrifice of time. Absolutely.
Yeah. And we've normally done it maybe like a Saturday morning. This is the first time we've done it during the week, in the evening. And I can see it on both ends how it could be beneficial or maybe hinder someone's time.
Mhm.
Like I'm a parent and I find that on Saturday mornings, I'm running either errands or I'm running kids to sport
Or
events. So anything that would happen, my kids are getting older now, but anything as a mom, any events that would happen Saturday morning, I typically could not attend unless it was super, super early in the morning. I could not attend because I'm being mom. And so
mhm.
I can definitely see during the week how it may conflict for some people because it's a school night. So I don't know if we necessarily win the battle in that area as to the perfect solution to that. But what are your thoughts on it?
I think that we keep offering it at different times. We offer it in the evening, maybe one quarter. We offer it on a Saturday morning at another quarter. You're going to get different people that have different availabilities, right? You don't want to miss out on anybody. At the end of the day, we're trying to build a community of family property owners and generational wealth. So we're just going to attack it from both ways, I think. That's my personal opinion.
And then my last question about this is location, right? So whenever planning, just trying to think of the best place to have it where people could come in from different areas. So we we had it at the Warrensville Heights Library. Part of the reason, just kind of working in that Warrensville area, is we have a lot of ties to that area. We want run a youth football and cheer program in that area. So in our program, we have 220 kids, roughly somewhere in there. And so we definitely wanted to kind of, again, we're about community. We're about, kind of each one teach one type of thing. So we wanted it to have it in a place where we can kind of draw in, where we know we already have relationships. But for the future, do we go to the west side? Do we go further east? Do we go further south? Like, what are your thoughts on that piece of it, and expanding from there?
I agree with that as well. I think we should offer it beyond just our local communities. We have agents who are kind of all around, so we should, let them lead us into other areas. Let's attack other communities that may be untapped. We want families to become homeowners, and they could be anywhere. They could be Cuyahoga County, they could be Lake County, they could be Lorain County. We come into wherever they are.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's an important point to mention, is that as realtors, he was like, did you drive all the way from, from Beechwood up here? Yeah, it comes with the job title. I drive,
Listen,
I get a lot of what comes with the job title is a lot of mileage on your car. You will be guaranteed to fill your gas tank up 2 to 3 times, maybe even 4 times per week.
yes, yes. And
You get
I clearly love real estate because I don't like driving. Okay.
So yes, we definitely service east side of town, west side of town. We go out. So this past year, I've been as far out as like Perry, Ohio, and I have been down in Barberton a lot lately. Barberton and gosh, I can't even think of where's the football, Canton, Ohio. If you want direct route to the Football Hall of Fame, I will guide you there. And poor one last thing on this is I've been driving a lot through Akron. The construction is horrible. So if you live in that area, you're tired, you want to move up more towards the Cleveland market, we got you.
Right, right. But I mean, you've even had listings in Youngstown, so we'll drive anywhere.
Yeah.
So
So is there anything you want to share that with the audience here that maybe we discussed yesterday that was important, or just something you want to say?
I think it's important to understand that you do need a real estate agent when you're going to purchase a house. We went to school, we're licensed to give you the knowledge to walk you through. We're your partner in this. Um, You don't have to worry about what our commission or our fee is. You don't have to worry about any of that. That's not for you to worry about. But just know we're your partner in this. We're going to hold your hand. We're going to walk you through. And we are the same hands that are going to give you keys at the end of that.
Okay. One other thing, Michelle, you gave the audience some words of encouragement, or something to say. And what was that?
What did I say?
You had the whole panel, the whole room chanting by the
Oh,
end of.
yes. Okay. I'm like, what did I say? Listen, this is the year. So you guys that are on this live, are you watching it later? You can drop a hashtag in here. It's let's get moving.
You heard
So
it.
say that, let's get moving.
Yes, let's get moving. We're here for you guys. Michelle can assist you, or any of the Brickhouse Realty agents can assist you with buying, selling, and investing. We list homes too. I think a lot of times, especially for Black agents, people think we don't list homes. We just work with buyers. We want to help you sell your home too, or help you make a sound decision as to whether or not you should be selling it, if you should hold on to that home. So how can they reach you? Where can they find you on social media?
You asked me the hard questions. So easy. My phone number is 440-499-4950. I'm Michelle Holmes Realtor on Facebook, Michelle Holmes _faith agent on IG.
All right. Well, thank you for joining in, you
Thank you.
guys. Thank you, Michelle, and have a wonderful Thursday.
Bye, everyone.